So hey guys, happy new year and welcome back to my channel. This is my New Year's Eve makeup tutorial. Yes, glowy fresh skin, and if you want to see how I got this look, then just continue to keep on watching. So first I'm going to jump right in this video and start off by pulling this hair back so it's not all in my face. So just got these little clips from the Dollar Tree. They're super cute and work really well for this. So just clipping my hair back, then going to get a little piece of Scotch tape and put that right where the bottom of my eye would naturally go up, so both sides are even. And yes, today we are going to be using glitter, so that's why we're putting the tape on our eyes and doing our eyes first. But going in with this Dose of Colors concealer and my Haley's beauty sponge, and just going to apply that all over the eyes. I normally don't ever do my eyes first, but we're going to be using a lot of glitter, so I know I'm going to have some fallout. That way I can just wipe it off. And then we're going to do the base second. And it does feel a little backwards to me because I am a base girl first. But like I said, this is a New Year's look, so we're going to go with the flow. So just tapping this with that sponge into my lid because I do have oily lids. And going to set that very lightly with a dusting of the Haley's setting powder. That is the loose setting powder, and like I said, I just barely dusted that. And going in with my Morphe 35XO palette and this lightest brown shade in the second row, and just going to quickly throw this in the crease as my transition shade. So I'm going to do that with a big Sigma fluffy brush. And then going in with the other eye, same thing. Just pushing that tape down just a little bit to make sure we're going to have sharp edges and everything's going to look clean. And we are just slowly building these colors up. I don't want to put too much on at one time. I really do prefer to build on a color so it looks more blended and not so harsh. And then going in with my Morphe M433 blending brush, which is my absolute favorite, and this darker brown warm shade on the second to the last line or row in this palette, and then just darkening everything up. Starting out with the outer V and then bringing the rest of whatever's left on the brush in. Then we're going to go in with the bottom row, that pretty beautiful deep mauve shade, and then just kind of warm everything up. And I don't know if you can tell on this video, but we're not going right over the brown. We're literally going right underneath what we just did. So just blending that all in, making that look very seamless, and taking that first brush that we used from Sigma, and there's nothing extra on the brush. We're just blending everything out. Then next we're going to go in with this e.l.f. rounded blending brush and the darkest shade in the palette, which looks black, but it's really a nice dark brown, and really going to work that into the outer V. This is what's going to shape our eye and give us that definition that we want. And I don't have to worry about the outer V not being or looking sharp because that's why we have the tape there. The tape is going to do all the work for us. When we peel it off, everything's going to look really sharp edged and like we took all day doing this. So just going to build this color up. As you can see, I did do one layer and then going in for a second layer. I always just want to build on eyeshadow. It just looks a lot better and well blended than just packing a lot of color on at one time. So as you can see here, I did get a little close just so you could see how that tape is actually doing all the work for us. And I'm just kind of blending that dark brown shade in. So that looks pretty good there. Now next we're going to go in with this mauve shade in the second row to the bottom. And we are going to just put this right under all those other shades just to warm up this look and give us more definition. And as you can see, just that little bit warmed it up a whole lot. Looks a lot better to me. And we did put that right underneath. Now we're going to go in with this gold shade that's right at the top. And then use this as our brow bone highlight. Just going to put that on with a e.l.f. flat shader brush. And then going in with that same gold shade. And we're going to apply this with my finger and all over our lids. I use my finger for any shimmer, glitter, anything like that. It is the best tool in my opinion, other than a brush, which some people prefer. And I am going to actually use a brush on the edges just because my Christmas nails are so long. And I just want to make sure that everything looks flawless and evened out. So that's what I did right here with my Real Techniques flat shader brush. Now we're going to go in with this e.l.f. liquid eyeshadow. And I think this is in the color Disco Queen, which is very suitable for this look. It is super glittery, super beautiful, and it does not crease or flake or anything like that. So we're just going to add a layer on both sides. I really did just flip over that applicator. No need to redip. There plenty of product comes out. So just putting that on the inner portion of my eyelid and then smoothing that around. I don't need an extra brush or anything because this applicator is very soft and does the job. Just letting that dry for a second there. And then going to go in with the only glittery eyeshadow in this whole entire palette. And this is a pink mauve glitter. And I'm literally just meeting those two, the ends of the outer V and then the e.l.f. eyeshadow that we just put on. And it looks like that right there. It's just a very beautiful mauvey sparkly shade. So again, just doing the same thing on the other eye, just kind of marrying those two together so it looks like an ombre of one color. So just tapping that on there and then just brushing through my brows. I never do too much with my brows. I really don't have sparse brows, so I do fill them in sometimes, but most of the time I do not. Usually just brush them through and get the powder out. Then going to go in with my Kat Von D liquid liner here. And I did move the camera in closer just so you could see. You just go right along the edge of that tape and let the tape do the work for you. It's really easy. And then just going to do the rest of our eye. And we are doing a big wing today just because this is a New Year's look and I do want the dramatics of the liquid liner. So just making that line meet each other, and it is really simple using that tape. It really did make it totally easy. And then the same thing on this eye. And then right here you can see you can make the line thick or as thin as you like. I really prefer a thinner line. I'm not one of those thick line people, but if that's what you prefer, that's what you go for. And then I'm going to flick this wing out. And then going in with this Bare Minerals Strength and Length mascara. I have been loving this mascara lately. It took a minute to get used to because the wand is so weird to me, but we are going to peel this tape off, and as you can see, sharp edges. Just going to take a baby wipe and clean up any of the fallout, which I did have from that glitter. So that's why we did do our eyes first and just wipe that off. So now we can go in with the mascara. And this mascara wand is really weird. It's almost shaped like a paddle. But Bare Minerals is known for lash loving ingredients, so that's why I really love this mascara. It's a lash serum and it's got really good ingredients in there for your lashes not to break off and for them to grow. So really loving and enjoying this mascara, even though the wand is a little bit like tricky to get used to because it's literally using one flat side. But there's so many small little tiny brush bristles through there that it really separates your lashes. And you can use 5 coats of this and it does not clump, although I do not use 5 coats. But I really am loving that mascara. And I am going to go in first with the same dose of colors concealer that we applied in the beginning of the video to our eye, and just going to brighten up my eye area before we add the foundation. I am going to put some on now and just a little dab on after the foundation because I really want the bright eye effect because this is New Year's. It comes once a year. So really trying to make everything look flawless and beautiful. So right here we're just really brightening up our under eye area, not trying to really cover up anything because we are going to go in with foundation. But as you can see, just that little bit covered up and brightened up really well. So just dabbing that in, and that's the same Haley's Beauty sponge. And I am going to go in with this Haley's Beauty foundation right here. And it does come with a pump. This is the Luminous foundation. I do use 2 full pumps of this. This is super full coverage in my opinion. I never have to go back in and build it up or build onto it, and it covers everything that I need it to cover and also gives me a healthy glow at the same time. So that's why I chose this foundation for this New Year's Eve look, because it's perfect. You're covering everything up. It gives you a healthy glow. It doesn't look like you're greasy or anything like that. It really does look like you're glowing from within, which is perfect for this look. So just using that same Haley's Beauty sponge, which has been my actually favorite sponge lately, and just applying this. And you can see this foundation, even though that it's full coverage, it doesn't look or feel heavy on your face at all. I'm absolutely in love, and all Haley's Beauty products have like ingredients for your skin that are good. So just finishing up applying this to my face, and as you can see, that covered up all my hyperpigmentation, all my redness, and I'm going to show you in just a second the natural glow that it gives, and it still looks like my skin. So I really do love this foundation. Only really downside to the Haley's Beauty foundations, this luminous one or the matte one, is they kind of smell like slight paint. But as you can see right here, that beautiful natural glow. So that's what I'm going for. But the slight paint smell does not linger, so it does not bother me. It does go away after you apply. And then going back in with this dose of colors, like I said, just barely dabbing that under the eye. We're just going to brighten up the center of the face just a little bit more. I really didn't need any coverage. I really went back in just for the brightness effect. So just dabbing that with that exact same sponge that we used to apply the foundation. And just, as you can see, looks beautiful and looks like my skin, and it has that slight glow. So perfect for this look. And I'm absolutely loving this. So just finishing putting that on, then I'm going to mix both of these setting powders, the e.l.f. Halo Glow and then the Haley's Beauty, and literally going to dust this on my face. I do not want a matte look today. That's why I use the luminous foundation from Haley. So literally just dusting this, because I do have to set where I put concealer or it will crease no matter what concealer that I use. So that's why I'm using this brush, just to lightly hand do it. I usually use a sponge, but like I said, I'm really looking for a dusting. And then going in with my L'Oreal Bronze Please, because this does have not glitter, but it has shimmer in it. So it's very beautiful at nighttime or for like going out. And I felt like it was very appropriate for this kind of look. So instead of just using straight on matte, I did choose this because it is beautiful. It gives you that definition that you want in your face, but I am going for the more glowing from within. And like I said, this does have that sheen to it, so it's very beautiful. Moving on to this blush that I've used all year long from Essence. I think it's the number 10. And just going to apply this to the top parts of my cheeks. I do never apply blush to the apples of my cheeks. It's just not good for my face shape. And I will put a little bit on my nose. Then going to go in with the Coty Airspun highlighter. This is the wettest highlighter that I own. Like, I had to like jump back when I put this on. I used to use this a lot in the summer, but I have been using a different highlighter lately. But I have literally forgot how wet this makes your face look. So perfect for a New Year's Eve makeup look. So I'm just going to apply this anywhere I want to glow, which is everywhere, of course. But you can see, like, my cheeks literally look wet. Going to apply this just down the bridge of my nose, onto my cheekbones, the tip of my nose, my forehead, my chin, wherever I want to glow. And I really did forget how beautiful this highlighter was. Like, look at that, you guys. My face literally looks wet. Going in with that pink mauve shade right there, and we're just going to run this under the lash line with an e.l.f. flat shader brush. We are just going to match what we did on the top and just pull that all the way in, and then bring it even up under that liquid liner that we did. So going to do the same thing on the other eye, just putting that same beautiful mauve shade and then running it under the lash line and up under the wing of the liquid liner that we created. So really going for dramatic eyes here. Super glowy face. Gonna go back in with this beautiful brown shade here. It's a more warm tone. And just going to brush this underneath the eyes to blend everything out. Make sure everything looks well blended and seamless. So just kind of buffing that out. Just running that under both lash lines. And next we are going to go in with that Bare Minerals same mascara, but I just flip it over and use the little edge, and it really does work well for the bottom lashes. So that's what I did there. And like I said, this mascara does not flake or smudge, so it is perfect for this look. Gonna go back in with that same L'Oreal Bronze Please, and we're going to, well, define our nose. So we're really going to contour our nose out, which again I normally don't do on a daily basis, but for this look felt like why not. So just taking that fluffy brush from Sigma and literally just going to contour down my nose, which again I normally don't do, but for this looks very appropriate. It's for New Year's, comes once a year, so why not have a full glam face. So we're literally just taking that fluffy brush and carving out my nose. I know that sounds weird, but we are contouring, and then going to go in with that same Coty Airspun highlighter and then highlight the inners of my eye, because a makeup look is never complete without highlight in the inner corner. And then I am just going to throw a little bit of this on the brow bone for a little extra, going in with my Hard Candy little liner, and this is in the shade Very Black, and my Real Techniques brush. It's clean, there's nothing on there, just to kind of push my eye down so it doesn't ruin the makeup that we have did under the eye. And then we're going to put this in the waterline. And then same thing with the other eye, and it looks worse than it is on camera. I'm really gently pulling my eye down with that brush, like I'm barely touching it, just so I can get in my waterline. But this little liner here is pretty smooth, so it doesn't take too much. And then just going to fix the inner corners there, and then on the other eye just to match. Gonna go in with this Profusion glitter. I did pick this up at my local Walmart, was $3.99, and just going to add some glitter on the inners of my eyes because hey, it's New Year's Eve. And then going to put that on the outer part where we drew that line right there, and just going to follow it up with some more glitter. Then we are going to go in with the NYX matte lip liner, and this color is in the shade Sandstorm, which I absolutely love. Wooden pencil lip liners, they last all day, especially these NYX ones. I can eat, drink, go all day. My lip color will be off, but my lip liner will still be on, so love that. Going in with this Dose of Colors lip gloss. It is super pigmented, so you do not need a lipstick underneath, and as you can see, it goes very well with the eye look that we have created. You can choose a more bold lip, but I was just feeling the nude today, so that's what I went with. And going to take these little clips out of my hair, and then going to go in with the Milani Make It Dewy setting spray and just drench my face in this. I usually do not use a glowing setting spray because I am combo to oily skin, but for New Year's, make an exception. And I love all the Milani sprays. They are really good. So this one just smells light flowers. It's not a heavy smell at all. And so this is the finished look, you guys. This is my New Year's Eve makeup look. Very dramatic, very sparkly, very beautiful. I absolutely love how this turned out. And I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I had fun doing it. And I will see you in my next one.